What's up, crypto legends? Seems like that this is the topic of the last few days. Never mind Bitcoin and technical analysis. Ben Armstrong, one of the largest cryptocurrency content creators, has been removed from his own YouTube channel from the company that he built, basically. There's no real messages out there from Ben apart from this one from a private group that we do have here from content creators. I'm going to go through this because this does look like the beginning of a potential war, guys. We're also talking about the adoption ETF being approved in the US, very likely to happen, and I'll explain why with this message that we have from Crypto Rover. We're also taking a look at the adoption curve to understand where we're heading, guys, in the next coming years, very important, and also taking a look here at the higher time frames to see the possibilities here with the Bitcoin, obviously, because September has been one of the worst months for crypto during the last few years, and also October has been one of the best months. So we can come up with the potential projections here looking at the charts on the higher time frame, guys, so make sure to stay tuned. Hi there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus. If you've been living under a rock, you don't know who Ben Armstrong is. Bitboy Crypto, the creator, the one that built all of this. Apparently, he has been betrayed by his own team. They've been talking about yesterday on a live stream that he's been fired and he's no longer part of Bitboy Crypto because he has substance abuse problems and he's in relapse and all of this nonsense. Apparently, this is not true, guys. He has not come on social media, but there is a private message from a private group that we have from other content creators, influencers in the cryptocurrency industry, and he says, for your information, this isn't over. I didn't relapse. It's all lies, absolute lies. I'm laying low for a while, but this is just the beginning. Seems like there's going to be some lawsuits. There's going to be massive war with this because apparently he has been betrayed by the rest of the team here on Bitboy Crypto. So that is the kind of only information that we have. He probably doesn't want to talk about it very much, but apparently it's all lies, guys. This comes from Ben Armstrong here on this private group that we do have with other influencers and content creators. So it seems like it's going to heat up in the next coming days. Hopefully it's all going to settle down, but it does not look good, guys. He actually built up this channel, Bitboy Crypto, the brand, and obviously the rest of the team have betrayed him and it's not looking good, guys. So he's saying that this is just the beginning and it's all lies. They are lying. He's actually saying this from his own mouth. But we're not here for this just only, but it's just a good topic to talk about. It seems like, you know, every time I go on Twitter or go on YouTube, this is the actual topic. And this is an official message from him himself. He hasn't gone on social media to say what is going on, but apparently it is all lies, guys, and seems like this could be the beginning of a war. Hopefully it's going to end up well. You know, I got nothing but love for everybody here, but it seems like it's not going to be looking good for the next coming days and weeks. Now, let's go here right away with adoption, with ETFs, with what's going on with Bitcoin. We'll be going through the technical analysis by the end of this video. So the message from Crypto Rover here, Bitcoin could hit $200,000 by 2025. Let's leave it if the 4-year cycle, you know, does follow with the halving and everything, you know, it's definitely a possibility, especially if BlackRock's BTC spot ETF is approved. Here are 6 compelling reasons why it might happen. Now, this is very interesting. BlackRock boasts a 99.8% approval rate for ETFs. Only one has been rejected in its history. BlackRock is the largest investment fund of the US and one of the largest in the world. And we know that, you know, trillions of dollars could be pouring in if this were to be approved, whether that is in 2024, 2025. I mean, with these metrics, let's just leave it there. It's highly probable going to be approved at some point, obviously. So during the 2008 financial crisis, the US government and the Federal Reserve turned to BlackRock for solutions, emphasizing their trust in the world's largest asset manager. BlackRock's CEO has become more positive about Bitcoin, referring to it as digital gold and endorsing it as diversification tool. BlackRock has already rolled out a private Bitcoin ETF for institutional investors. Spot Bitcoin ETF are already operational in Europe and Canada, and notably, other top-tier asset managers like Vanguard and Fidelity have also applied for a Bitcoin spot ETF this cycle. So this is a clear sign of adoption, guys, and we're going to go through this. Taking a look at this chart over here, guys, so far it's been extremely accurate. This data is from 2001, and it is true that this line of people using crypto has gone up a few hundred million. So far it's really accurate. Let me just explain this green light line over here, which is the internet adoption, the amount of users that have been using it from 1992 to 2006, guys. It's been absolutely crazy, the growth that has been. The adoption from cryptocurrency is following, even going faster than the internet adoption. Let me explain this. This over here on the left is 10 million people, 100, 1,000, 10,000. Obviously, there's not as much people in the world, but just so you can get the top here of this graph, 1 billion crypto users is estimated to hit in between 2024 and 2025. This is very much achievable. So far, we have been growing a few hundred million since 2021. So we're following the internet adoption, even going slightly faster. Now, with this projection, there is over 5 billion people worldwide using internet right now, which is over 60% of the world population. Now, obviously, with crypto, there's not that much people using crypto. So that means we are still in early stages of adoption, but we are following the internet adoption curve. Now, by 2024, 2025, over 1,000 million people will be using crypto if we are going to follow this trend. We can see it on the Bitcoin wallets. They are being created every single day, every single week. It's growing. Also for Ethereum, the networks are more busy every single week. So it's very much a realistic, statement here that we are going to be hitting round about 5 billion crypto users by 2030, guys. This is only in the next 6 to 7 years. So the adoption curve is going to be very fast for the coming years, meaning if everybody wants exposure to Bitcoin and there's only 21 million, well, you get the deal, right? Bitcoin could be worth hundreds, if not millions of dollars, by 2030, right? That's obviously a very high projection, but just so you can understand that everything is pointing out that we are leading to that way. So you want to have some exposure, not only in Bitcoin, but also some great DeFi projects in cryptocurrency, guys, because the next coming years, there is definitely a bright future for crypto. So just wanted to go through this, guys, obviously following this adoption. We've been following the internet adoption S-curve, guys, for the last 8 years. It's even faster, okay? We can see here, crypto is even faster. So maybe it's not even going to be 2030. It might be 2028 where there's going to be over 5 billion, crypto users. Obviously, that would be a very, very fast adoption. That's only in about 4 or 5 years. Everything points out that Bitcoin is likely, will surpass $100,000 obviously in the next couple of years and, go to much higher levels obviously with the different cycles. And that is what we are going to talk about obviously on the lower time frames with Bitcoin here, the halving, what's going on. September has been one of the worst months, okay, for Bitcoin. We can see it right over here. September is usually a bearish month for Bitcoin. There's so many different years here that September has had a 7% decrease, 13%, another 7%, 19%. There's only been a couple of months here since the Bitcoin history of 2013. There's only 2 months that have been in green, and that's only been slightly here, 2.3% and 6%. The rest of months have been in red. So you can say, okay, there's a probability here that, September is going to be bearish. Obviously, with this breakdown that we've had, it looks like very much that we could see some sideways action and September could be bearish, no doubt. Before we continue here with the higher timeframes on Bitcoin, I want to let you know, if you are interested in trading Bitcoin, the best crypto trading platform out there for me is Bybit. They have a huge amount of volume. You do get an insane bonus down below in the description of $30,000, as you can see here on the description. If you sign up with the link down below, $30,000 worth of bonus to use for trading and fees are available on Bybit. Bitflex, if you don't want to do KYC, it's the best option for me. No KYC, you get a great bonus as well and a video tutorial on how to use Bitflex to trade Bitcoin. Zooming in here on the higher time frames, we know that September is usually a bearish month for Bitcoin. Now, on average, we've already had this major drop in August. I want to let you know that August is usually also a pretty bad month. We had an insane month here in 2017, but obviously that was in the bull market. But we can see here that on average, August is very bad also for Bitcoin. August and September, October, November, are usually pretty good. So is September going to be bearish? Taking a look at here at the charts, is September September going to break beneath here the strongest support level of $25,000. Now, the most bearish case scenario that I do see here for September is hitting $19,000. I can't be more bearish than this, guys. You know, I think the bottom is in for Bitcoin, and I do personally think that we're not going to go and create another low. You know, this 9K Bitcoin, $12,000 Bitcoin, I think is very far away from reality. The only event that could bring us all the way down there is a black swan event, a massive recession worldwide. I don't think that is going to happen here in the next, 1 to 2 years. So possibly $19,000 here range would be my ultimate low level here for Bitcoin. I do expect the price of Bitcoin holding this range. So that would be the extreme bearish case scenario for me here, looking at the higher time frames. So if September is going to be bearish, what I do expect here, possibly if we were to bounce from this stronger support level here, which is $25,000 range, right? Exactly 24,800, which would be the bottom here from June. If we do hold this range and get a bounce here the first week of September, I would be expecting here a lower high. This just being a larger dead cat bounce, and obviously the next big major drop dipping beneath $24,800. Now, if we dip below $24,800, guys, just so you can get the view here on what could potentially happen, if the drop doesn't have large volume and large capitulation all the way down to $19,000, as there's not much support here in this range, if the volume is going to be very low on the attempt to break beneath 24,800 and dances around here $24,000 here, having a consolidation, I can already tell you that this is likely going to be a bottom, and the recovery entering into October, November is very, very likely to happen. Whether we do get that dead cat bounce, this is nothing more than being bearish in my opinion, as September is usually a bearish month for crypto, also for stocks. So I would expect a lower high here creation. We are going to be ready in the Legends community, if that were to happen, to possibly short $27,000 or even $28,000. We'd be looking very carefully, guys. If you want those daily updates, you know the deal. The daily updates here on the Legends community on Discord, provided by Sam, also by me. We talk about the lower time frame scenarios, those trading opportunities that we can have here for intraday trading. But on this episode, obviously looking at the higher time frames, looking at September usually being bearish, okay, and October being bullish on average. So yeah, if we were to get that relief pump the first week of September to $27,000 or $28,000, this for me is only going to be a great shorting opportunity depending on what kind of price action is created. I want to see those double tops, that consolidation at that range, staying beneath this large consolidation area basically to get that resistance zone. $28,000 range is likely going to be a level of resistance where we could get into that short for that next leg down. Obviously looking at this as an ABC type of corrective move. Now, a lot of people would expect the price to drop to $19,000 if we were to lose the strongest support level here, 25K range. If we lose this level with very low volume and we consolidate here for 1 to 2 weeks, in between $23,000 and $25,000, I can already tell you that this will likely be the bottom, only if we do get that consolidation, and $19,000 is probably not going to come. So I would expect if we do consolidate here by October, November, I would expect a massive recovery here to the end of the year. That is if we consolidate beneath $25,000, give or take 24, 23. If we consolidate at that level, guys, a massive recovery is likely to happen. We'll be possibly forming a kind of a descending wedge structure here, and we are likely going to get that massive recovery to the end of the year. On the other side, there's the bearish case scenario, guys. Depending on how much volume we do have here from the bears, if we break through 24,800, 25K range, with large volume, there's not much support here in between $19,000 and 25K, guys. This could have a significant move down. And the easiest explanation on this is when the price action has large moves, okay, to the downside, a large move to the upside can happen. When it has a large move down here very fast, it can have a fast move up. Fast move up, fast move down. We only have a fast move up here from this range. So we can assume that a capitulation here to $19,000 is very much a possibility. So we need to be ready for that. We need to be ready for $19,000 to be claimed. However, we need to be even more ready if we do drop beneath 25K and consolidate at $23,000, $24,000, bouncing off here, creating double bottoms. We know that there's a large chance that this could be the local bottom, forming a descending wedge, and we need to be ready for that epic swing trade into the end of the year for a possible massive recovery, guys. Just something that I wanted to point out here. Very crucial support level here on the higher time frames. If we consolidate beneath 25K, guys, it's going to be a great buying opportunity. If we lose that level, we need to capitulate. We need to capitulate because if not, a massive recovery here is very likely to the end of the year. Not much more to be said, guys. If you want those daily updates, Legends Trading Community, you got the link down below in the description where we post every single day for those potential day trade setups. It is down below, guys. Thank you very much for joining this episode, and I'll see you in the next one.